If I told you that failing to prepare is preparing to fail, would you agree with me? If you agreed to that statement, then you need to watch this video, because I feel as though mentally preparing for basic training is just as important as preparing physically. So in this video, I want to help you mentally prepare for basic training. Let's go.
Welcome to my channel. Make sure you like, share, and comment on all videos. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
The first subject that we're going to hit on is purpose. What is your purpose in life? Are you living a purpose-driven life? You have to ask yourself that. The question you may be asking is, how does having purpose prepare me for basic training? If you think that not having purpose will prepare you for basic training, then I'm glad you're watching this video. Purpose is the reason as to why something is done or created, or why something exists. What is your reason for existing? What is your reason for joining the army? You need to ask yourself this question. This will help prepare you mentally for all of the adversity, all of the challenges, all of the struggles that you may or may not have in basic training. Because every day you wake up, you will tell yourself, I know my purpose. I know why I'm here. I know my goal. So every day I wake up, regardless to what time it is, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, regardless of how tired I am, I'm going to keep pushing because I know my purpose. I know why I joined the army. I know why I went to the recruiter and signed up. Purpose. If you don't know your purpose, it's very important that you find your purpose before you leave for basic training. How do I go about finding my purpose? How do I know my purpose? Easy. I'm going to help you. Purpose is finding out what drives you, finding out what energizes you. You have to find out what are you willing to sacrifice for? And we're going to talk about sacrifice on the second tip. You have to find out who it is that you want to become. Who is it that you want to be? That's purpose. You have to find that out. And when you know your purpose, walk in that purpose every step that you take. Every step that you take, you have to walk into that purpose. My life has meaning. The things that I'm doing, I'm not just doing it just because. My life is not in vain. I have purpose. And everything that I do will be with a purpose. The second topic I want to hit on is sacrifice. What is sacrifice? And what are you willing to sacrifice in order to become the best soldier or the best person that you can possibly be? Sacrifice is the act of giving up something valued for the sake of something else regarded as important or worthy. Understand that when you go to basic training, there will be sacrifices that you have to make. You're going to sacrifice your sleep in order to prepare for a test. You're going to sacrifice talking to your family because you're used to talking to them every day. You're not going to be able to talk to your family every day. You're sacrificing writing a letter so you can knock out 5 or 10 push-ups at night. What are you willing to sacrifice in order to better your life, in order to better your family's life if you're married, in order to better your son, your daughter's life? Most importantly, what are you willing to sacrifice to make the change that you need to make in your own life? Because it's about you too. A lot of time people have reasons as to why they're doing something, and they forget to mention that they're doing it to better themselves. You have to be ready to seek self-improvement. You have to sacrifice in order to get to that improvement that you're trying to get when you're in basic training. Most importantly, what are you willing to sacrifice for that male or that female standing next to you in formation? Understand that you joined the army, whether it's the Air Force, the Army, Navy, Marine, no matter what branch of service, you decided to serve your country. And with that comes sacrifice. Are you willing to sacrifice? You have to ask yourself that. And you have to ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice in order to be successful in whatever it is that you do? You have to sacrifice something. And you have to prepare your family and tell them, I am going off to basic training to better myself. Understand that I won't be able to call you when you want me to. I won't be able to write letters when you want me to. I will write you back, but you have to prepare your family too to sacrifice. And if they're real, they're going to hold you down no matter what, because they understand that you're somewhere that you're trying to better yourself in. You're somewhere that you need to focus. They have to understand that, and you have to prepare your family. Prepare them as you prepare. The third thing that we're going to talk about is commitment. Because when you have a purpose in life, and you understand your purpose, and you walk in your purpose, and you understand sacrifice, and you know exactly what you need to do, exactly what it is that you need to sacrifice, then commitment will mean that much more. Taking the necessary steps to commit to something will mean that much more to you. You know, commitment is a very interesting word for me. It can describe strength. It can describe weaknesses. It can describe success. It can describe failure. You can either show deep commitment or you can lack it. You know, but obviously in this video, we're going to talk about being fully committed. Commitment is simply understanding that you have an obligation to fulfill and being dedicated to that cause. You have to show commitment. So the next thing is, how do I stay committed? You stay committed by setting goals and constantly, frequently revisiting your goals. You know that you need to work out before leaving basic training. Start being committed right now. Don't wait until you get into the situation and say, man, I should have worked out before I got the basic training. You see the videos on YouTube. You know people are telling you to physically prepare yourself before you go to basic training. But have you committed yet? Have you committed to the task that you need to accomplish before you ship the basic training in order for you to get to basic training and be successful? Set goals and revisit your goals often. You have to have a can-do attitude. That's in the Soldier's Creed. I will never quit. You have to say, you know, I'm going to never give up. I will never give in. That's being committed. When you commit to something, you're inspired. And you're not just inspired momentarily, you stay inspired. Commitment is being accountable for your success. That's what commitment is. You have to have purpose. You have to sacrifice something. You have to be committed. This is how you will be successful in basic training. If you apply what I'm saying in this video, mentally preparing yourself for the task you're about to take on, you will be successful. Write out your goals. Start working out. Talk to your recruiter. Get insight. Start becoming knowledgeable in things military related.